the hills of Tennessee here outside of Knoxville. I'm heading down to Myrtle Beach, so I'm hitting some of these parts of that kind of comes over from the Smokies. But now this little rip of the road here, I've never been on with a bike, and Steph's not with me, so it's just you and I. Just you and me hanging out on the Big Boar, running through these hills in Tennessee.
The Ornery One presents the Big Boar Build Series here on YouTube, where we take a 2022 Harley Davidson Road Glide Limited and build a touring performance bagger, which will be known as the Big Boar.
Old bike right now, I've got these Dakota digital gauges that I can tell you a little bit of information. Pop my lid so I can see clearly. So my heads of my bike is running 298 degrees. The temperature of the oil is 170. And I've got my actual gauge right down here, which I'm running about 50 pounds of oil pressure. I'm running about 2600 RPMs, and I'm running about 72 miles an hour. The 131 doing really well, 6th gear, running through these hills. It's just a picture perfect day. Oh, well, welcome to North Carolina. Huh. All right now. Well, I didn't know I was already there. Well, that was Tennessee, and this is North Carolina. I hope you enjoyed your stay in Tennessee. You got your bootlegger outlaw. Got that big glass of sweet tea. Now, that old state right there in Tennessee is pretty long. It's longer than Oklahoma, it feels like to me, because I traveled one end to the other, and I'm talking about the end to end, not top to bottom. So I'm talking about I came from the west to the east, straight across old Tennessee. You can do it in a day easily, there's no doubt. But boys, I'll tell you what, there's so much to see in Tennessee, so much to do. Still feels like Tennessee, but it isn't. North Carolina. We're going to roll on through this, just showing you the little cut through here. And I'm running 140 right now, or I-40, not 140. Jesus, Steph, I caused you to edit way too much. I apologize. I'm running I-40 East right now. And it's a pretty sight to hold. Like I said, the old Big Boar's just eating away like nothing, mile after mile. Handling like a damn dream. I'll tell you what, this Legend suspension, if you haven't, you have no idea what I'm talking about. I'm running the Axio on the front and the arcs on the rear. And this thing is unbelievable in all terrain with the top shelf suspension on from Legends. Just one, you can see right here I'm riding one hand, running through these corners, 55 mile an hour speed limit. I'm having to run with it because of traffic. But a while ago, I was hitting these corners about 80, 85 miles an hour until I cut all this traffic. Hats off to Legends, of course, guys. Y'all hear me talk about it all the time. But I still get questions, and I don't know how to explain it to y'all. The only way you're going to get a performance part is you got to spend money. That's all it is to it, guys. You've got to spend the money to get the good stuff. I don't have no code. I have nothing to offer you. All I have to offer you is my opinion and my experience on these bikes with a Legend suspension. if you can, get to a dealer near you. More than likely that dealer is going to have a bike set up with Legends because they know that ride will sell that bike. So go find a bike set up, hopefully a dealer near you, and go ride it. Go test ride that thing. You'll see what I'm talking about. Oh, is this a tunnel? Okay. Well, you know what I got to do here. I got to hear my exhaust and I got to hear my Pro Beast horn by Custom Dynamics. All right, Chromeworks. Here's to y'all. Yes. Listen to the big guy in the back of the room chuckle. Little Chromeworks sounds great. Custom Dynamics Pro Beast. Oh yeah. Gotta do it right.
Recording.
Oh, I gotta brag a little bit, guys. So I just rode up heading to Myrtle Beach. So this is a rocker box out here. This building's absolutely gorgeous. Love this place. If you're around this neck of the wood, it's really cool. Service department's over here. Parts are right back in here. And right here is our showroom. Parking out here. Good flat parking lot. Super easy to come off the main road and come in here. And I can see they probably have their bands and stuff set up here on a bike night. Great setting. Nice, incredibly nice staff. Really knowledgeable, friendly people. Willing to help you. Definitely place a Ornery One stamp of approval. Very cool. Great people. Really quick, look at my Legend suspension. So sexy. Wow. I gotta get a video of that now. I can't not do it. Let's see, can't. Okay. Got a little bit of my story. Look at these custom dynamic lights. Holy shit. So, I just can't say enough how sexy this thing is. Love these here. Look at that. Low profile turning signals. Fog lights, inserts, windshield lights, vent inserts, and of course, the amazing headlight by Custom Dynamics. Over here, latch lights underneath. It's just incredible the lighting that they do, and I'm so proud of it. Okay, guys, I got to get down to Myrtle Beach. I got about 160 miles to them there. Right now, I'm fixing to go eat. You know what I mean?
Recording.
Getting a little rain here in North Carolina or South Carolina. Steph's not here, so I can ask. Here, let me do this. South Carolina in Bishopsville, South Carolina. Getting some rain. We needed it too. Me and the Big Boar needed some rain. We needed to get it washed off. This thing it was almost green from the pollen there in the Ozarks. Geez, we've had a lot of rain there at home, and everything looks amazing, but the pollen the last 2 weeks have just been thick, super thick. I do not know what the Dakota digital gauges look like in the camera. Sometimes our cameras do odd things as far as lights. I do want to tell you one thing that I have learned about the Dakota digital gauges on this trip is if you run a polarized sunglass, which I run the polarized Ray-Bans, it does mess with the visibility on the gauges. And it's not so much the main pods here, The main cluster is clear. It's the two upper ones up in the fairing. If you get in the right direction or your look, the angle of the Dakota Digitals, you can kind of see it, but it kind of fades because of the polarizers in the glasses. Just a little note. But you can kind of turn your, pull your glasses down or kind of cock your head, you can see it very clear. But that's just one of them things, like I was talking about, sometimes in the cameras, lights do weird things. It'll show stuff flashing when there's nothing flashing. I don't know. I don't get it. I was kind of wondering on how to open this video because this is probably the last video for the Big Boar build series here on YouTube. If you don't know what that is, you just look down in the library, you're going to see 40-something videos about us building this 2022 Road Glide Special here named the Big Boar. You'll see all the mods and upgrades and everything that we've done to this bike. And I'm not going to drop a lot of names and products on this video. If you want to go see what we built this thing out of, you can go look at our videos and see that. This video is about me being alone with a machine out in the middle of this great country of ours, the United States, which I'm so humbled and happy to be an American, call this place home. And to me, what I'm doing stands for exactly that. I'm out here riding this bike and enjoying this great country of ours, free to make wrong turns, free to not know where I'm going, just rambling. And each and every one of you military people out there that do your thing to let me do this, my hat's off to you. My heart thanks you so very much. So this video is going to be about this bike and me doing the 1,000-mile break-in period and how I've kind of went about it. There's a lot of different variations that people come up with how to break in the bike. For me, I don't run them as hard as they can run, let them get everything seated in, and I do a variation of RPMs up and down. Yesterday I rode 600 miles on the bike, and I'd had about 150 prior to that. We did a guided ride over there in Eureka for Spring Fling, and it turned out really well. So this is me doing my 1,000-mile service pretty soon coming up. Right now it has 900 miles on the bike right now. It looks like I'll probably be going over a little bit. One thing I'm really hesitant about, I learned from the first 1,000-mile break-in of our special that we did. You can go watch that too. We did, actually, Steph and I did an iron butt. First time sitting on it, we just took out the road. And I got to a dealership over there that was not healthy for me to be there. And mentally and physically. It was very trying, and they were rude and ungrateful. And that is definitely not the place any of us want to go when we're happy on our happy machine. We don't want anybody to bring us down, and that place definitely brought me down. So I'm looking for a place to do my 1,000-mile. There's quite a few dealers over here. But I do know this, I can run into Myrtle Beach, and there's some folks there that will definitely be good to me and be good to my bike. Now that means I'll be running over a couple 100 miles for sure. Which really, I'm not really concerned about, because we already had some miles on this, and then we did the 131 Big Boar kit to this. So there were some miles on it. We changed the oil already. So kind of give you an idea. So if you don't know, this is a 131. And this is kind of going to go into the review of my thoughts of the 131 after yesterday riding. I did no recording yesterday. I just wanted it to be me, my thoughts. I got one picture, I think, and posted a couple little things on the story. Other than that, it's just been me and this bike. Steph is going to meet me in about a week in Tennessee at Loretta Lynn's place for Tennessee Motorcycle Music Revival. So she's actually bringing the van over with the Van Gogh and Maxwell House, or Chopper. So that'll kind of give you an idea why Steph's not with me today on Back of the Bike. She usually is. Back to the point of this video. my thoughts of the 131.
Hoping on a fire, waiting on a spark, hoping nobody gonna blow it all apart. All I ask and all I crave is a lonely walk till the noise of grave. Well, in the end, we're separated, the rags we wear from the rags we wear. Said in the end, we're separated, the rags we wear from the rags we wear. Oh, from the rags we wear. Oh, from the rags we wear. Oh, from the rags.